is Russ though, and that's why Russ gets the treatment that he get, and that's why some people want to blame him and say that's why the coach got fired. And why you mad at Russ? Everywhere Russ go, he just want y'all to play basketball, and y'all just get mad at Russ. I think the only place he went where nobody got mad, I think him coming to DC, nobody was mad at him. They just traded him because of the contract. When he went to the Clippers, I think they was treating Russ like he wasn't still Russ, but he like, I'm outworking everybody in practice, so why are y'all not giving me the benefit of the doubt?
Boy put on a top side in the fast jacket, said they better stop playing with me,
man. And then he went over to the Mile High Club, and they were like, I mean, Mile High City, my bad. I'm saying Mile High Club. Some people gonna look it up on Urban Dictionary and be like, man, what they talking about over there? The Mile High City, and causes mayhem. So it comes out, reports have been leaking out left and right ever since Mike got fired. Most people are saying Russ is the reason behind the firing because most players didn't like the way that Mike was actually treating Russ. He was giving him too much credit or basically giving him too much time, playing time, because Russ was opposing everybody in the locker room. Dave, was Westbrook a big reason for the firing?
No. I don't see where this I don't get it. Why would you why blame Russ? What has Russ done to say that he's the reason why Mike Malone is gone? I mean, Russ was playing very good at some portion in the season. He was, especially when Jamal Murray was out. I think they went on a run where they were like 6-1 or 7-1 or something like that when Russ was playing. He was balling, and there was no conversation about him, about Mike Malone showing him favoritism or nothing like that, and like the team being upset. They wait until now when Mike Malone gets fired and the GM gets fired as well, and now they're saying that it's Russ. That just don't make sense to me. To me, I don't see where they got that from. If players are upset because Russ is playing over a rookie, I mean, it's a rookie. And you're still in position to go into the playoffs. Are you really going to trust the rookie over someone who's been in the playoffs multiple times? A guy who's a former MVP, a guy who's had, 4 seasons of triple doubles? 4 or 5 seasons averaging triple double?
Consistent.
And you saw how he played this year and how Jokic treated him. People forget that Jokic saying that they have a communication on the court to where they don't have to say anything to each other. They can read each other's minds. All of that is just going away now. Like, is that none of that matters? Now it's just because he's had some bad games and Russ is not playing like he did early in the season that he's the issue, because he was getting special treatment. He was getting minutes. I mean, he play to get those minutes? Didn't he play well to get those minutes? And Tomo, how many players at this point in their career are still giving 110% whenever they play basketball? Like, Russ ain't giving up on any play.
No, you can count on your fingers, yeah.
He's still out there hustling. He's still out there doing it. Now, he's not averaging 20 and 10 or 15 and 10 or 10 and 10. No, he ain't averaging that, but Russ ain't asked to do that.
Nope.
Russ is that guy to come off the bench and give you a spark. And that's what he does most of the time. He gives you that spark. And yes, I know Russ ain't where he used to be when he was at OKC. Russ used to have that mid-range pull-up that was almost unstoppable when he was in OKC. If he got to the lane, he dunking on somebody or he making a crazy layup. And if he get into the line, he making most of them. That ain't the Russ that we see anymore. But Russ is still a contributor to the team. He still plays some really good games. He just had a game where he put up 30. Yeah, they lost, but he just had a game they put up 30. Is that a reason to bench him just because the team lost and he put up 30? I mean, Jokic put up 60 and they lost. You gonna bench Jokic?
Now
That's my point, Tomo. That's my point. That is my point. Now I get it. People say, "Well, you can't compare them two." Look, Russ was an MVP in this league, so it's not like Russ is a sorry player because he's not. He's not. He ain't Jokic. He ain't what Jokic is right now. But remember, Jokic is having a triple double right now. Russ has done that 4 times
consistently, consecutively. I bet.
So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't. When people are trying to put Russ in a bad motion because most of his teammates say that he's a great teammate. Now
Facts.
in Denver, now in Denver, it's an issue. So I don't know. I mean, I know he had. I think he kind of sort of him and Harden kind of sort of didn't get along, and we know what happened between him and KD. But I don't know, man. I don't get it. Most of the players when they talk about Russ, they say how great of a teammate he is, how great of a person he is. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think he's the reason. Um, I don't think he's the reason why Mike Malone got fired at all. I think that's whoever's blaming Russ just needs to. They need to get their facts straight because I don't believe at all that Russ is the reason why Mike Malone got fired. Now I think Mike Malone being gone, Russ will be gone soon, but I don't think I don't know. I don't no.
Uh, I'm with you. I don't think Russ was the sole reason that Mike Malone got fired. I think Russ was the spark that got the grenade of players to get Mike Malone fired, if that makes sense.
Somebody was
Because
man, he was talking about Jaws bomb. He's talking about he want grenade.
I'm just saying, because there's no way. I'm with you. I was more so one of those people that believe the KD side of the whole Russ and KD fallout in OKC until he went on that triple double run, and then I was like, wait, it can't be all true here. There has to be some work ethic behind this because look how this guy's balling out, even though KD's gone. And you see how personal he took that when he left. And still, him being in OKC, he ended up with Paul George, he ended up with Melo, and you could just see the work ethic. And you could still hear them two guys, the way they talk about being his teammate. Hell, even KD still talks about Russ was a good teammate. I just didn't want to be there no more. It had nothing to do with him. A little bit, probably a little friction. But again, he's still like, he's a great teammate. Everywhere Russ goes, like you said, the players say it. Until you get to Denver, where they want a ring with most of the players that's on this team, right? Outside of like, I think KCP is gone, but
Yeah, KCP is gone. Bruce Brown is gone.
Bruce
Jeff Green is
Brown,
gone.
yeah. But outside of that, some of these players want a ring. And I'm not gonna point out no names, but you can go back to that championship team, and you could probably start seeing certain people starting to look at Mike and be like, "Hey, Mike, what you mean you don't like the way I practice no more? Because Russ going 110%, and I'm only doing 50. Like, what you mean, Mike?" It's come out that Mike said he had to force people to watch film. And he was like, the only way they would watch film is if he sat down with him. That sounded like Russ had an iPad somewhere and was watching film, and he was like, y'all see how Russ work? Why can't
Mm-hmm.
nobody work like Russ? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we want a ring, but you don't want to rest on your laurels. I mean, yeah, everybody in here watching The Last Dance, but ain't nobody really trying to get up and boogie. Like, what's going on? Like, like it's not making sense to me. So it's just that work ethic that comes behind with Russ. And I know right now Blaze is somewhere like I tried to tell y'all, because remember when he was with the Lakers, everybody was trying to blame Russ and say it was Russ' fault that they was losing when he was with the Lakers. And the only thing that really was at one point with Russ and the Lakers was the ego part about, hey, you can come off the bench, right? And once he got over that hurdle, you see what type of contributor he can be to your team. So again, I don't think he was the reason, but I think it was a reason they got the locker room talking, and it was just like, look at him, man. You want to work all hard, man. Like we ain't win a ring, and we ain't no good no more. And that right
Mm-hmm.
there can I don't know, man. That pride can end your ride, and y'all being one of the best teams in the West. Now you done got rid of one of your best coaches, and maybe this coach that y'all got now, your interim coach, can turn some things around, and you get a spark. But it's hard to find NBA coaches that's gonna get you back to a championship.
And it's
And
hard to do that right now when the playoffs are right around the corner.
come
That's
on now,
that's the thing. And we just talked about two teams that basically did the same exact thing. You had the Grizzlies first, fire Zach Taylor, and then now you have the Nuggets firing Mike Malone. Like who next? At this point, who next? That's
man.
me. Who next? Who's about to get fired next for a team that's in the playoffs?
What's the
Who is he?
Timberwolves?
Is it going to be Doc Rivers?
Nah, Doc can keep a job. Now, out of everybody that's getting fired, that guy can find a way to keep a job. That's what's real puzzling about the NBA at this point.
But that's what I'm. That's I guess that's just the one thing that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me is that coaches are getting fired right before the playoffs, and their teams are in the playoffs, not in the play-in, not missing the playoffs or missing the play-in like the Phoenix Suns. But Mike Budenholzer is still the head coach right now. He ain't get fired yet, but
I don't think he getting fired. I don't think he gonna get fired. I think they're just gonna blow the team up. Now, if D Book come out and say he want a new coach, he getting fired. But that was I think the GM needs to be fired in that instance.
man, I don't. The GM for sure needs to be fired because he should have never got that contract from Bradley Beal. He should have just left.
We thank you for that.
I know you think him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that to me was one of the dumbest things to do. First of all, he should have never. Y'all should have never given him that contract. Should have never given him a contract where he had a no trade clause.
They
never given him
that was a loyalty deal.
It was, and we saw how that loyalty went. That man gone.
Yeah, nah.
So
that was. But yeah, I'm with you.
Stop blaming Russ, man. Stop blaming Russ. Russ is not the reason. It's because y'all not giving. It's because y'all not giving effort on defense. Y'all not playing basketball the way that y'all supposed to play when Jokic is out there. Because y'all had some games when he didn't play and y'all actually played hard. But when he out there, it's like y'all just like, man, we don't got to play hard. We got Jokic. And that's not the kind of attitude to have. Y'all need to go out there and play hard like Russ plays hard every single night. So.
And when you do that, y'all probably could have been in the finals again.
Could have been. Definitely could have been possible. Defense could have. I mean, Russ was not a good replacement for KCP because KCP is a 3-and-D guy. He's going to shoot some threes, and he's going to play some really good defense. That's not what Russ is. Russ is not a 3-and-D guy. Russ gives you a lot of effort on defense, but Russ has never been known as a great defender. Let's just be honest about it. And he's never been known as a great shooter. Now, like I said, back in his OKC days, he would hit some shots where he was like, that's crazy. He hit that. But this ain't that Russ anymore.
Nah, and that's when you got to lock in as a unit and figure out what y'all could pick up for those missing pieces. But again, where Russ is good at, that's where you guys should have been like, all right, he's good at that. Let me pick it up over here if I can.
And then, Tomo, they didn't even say nothing when Russ was shooting like 40% from three early in the season. They weren't saying nothing.
They don't, when things are going great, people don't have too much to say, but you going like them 4 or 5 games, you start losing, people start looking around like what's the key element here? And then coach start coming in saying we ain't watching film. So people start feeling the different, people start feeling the way. It's like, you go to work, next thing you know, a new person come in, they start cleaning up and all that. You like, hey bro, what you doing? Then the manager come in and be like, hey, I'm taking everybody to lunch. But not you. Russ, you can come. And it's like, wait, what you mean? What you mean Russ can come? He's like, well, Russ the only one that clean up. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't want to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad that the guy had to lose his job over probably some pettiness. But again, that's just rumors that come out of the locker room. We would never know because we're not really there. But we hear to report on what we know, what we hear. So
yeah. And yeah, we already heard about the whole beef with him and the GM, so we get all of that. But that's still pettiness. You still could have at least given him a shot to stay today. I mean, the guy's been there for 10 years, and he got you an NBA championship. So,
come on now. And at the end of the day, if it's making money, if it's making you money as well, it makes sense. Like all that other stuff can go out the window. Like that's why it's tough being a Cowboy. I'm not even bringing the Cowboys up, man. It's that whole Jerry Jones situation. It's like, bruh, if you winning, why you care? Why you care? That's why I be picking my locker men's the way I do. I'm like, bro, as long as we winning, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm coming back, Dave. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I'm on my way back. I need one good weekend. And this right here is our R2L locker men's segment.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.